Hi YouTube, it's Neberos. We're back today with another video reacting to some RosieBellMoo because I was going to watch the video anyway. I enjoy her content. Go give her a subscribe, go find her on Twitter, follow and whatever. And be sure if you watch her video as well as mine, be sure to comment, like and subscribe so your view counts as an engaged viewer. Let's go.
Don't look stinky. What is that beard?
Oops, I paused.
Look at that question mark beard. What the Kaboom.
She's
Alright,
so
I found
cute.
this
I like her.
really interesting video, and it's called "The Science Behind Being Creepy." Chat. The science behind being creepy.
Maybe I'll
So
learn
let's
something
find
here.
out.
Imagine being a girl and seeing this man approaching you. Pretty
Oh hell no! What is that? What is happening?
creepy, huh? You see, for the last 168 hours of my life, I've had it my mission to find out what exactly makes certain people creepy. And what I've realized is that it all comes down to 3 key parts. Number 1, the uncanny valley effect. This explains why that dude is
very true, very true.
so damn creepy to us. To understand it better, I want you to leave aside the whole picture and concentrate on each facial part on its own. If you do that, you'll probably see that his mouth is wider, his eyebrows are thicker, and his eyes are too deep set.
Yep. All of those
Didn't notice
things
the eyes,
add
though.
to the spooky type of, response that we have.
Apparently traits that are almost normal, but
Oh my god! This one is, I can't, it always is so creepy.
What's with the spaghetti eating?
This is like the uncanny wall of fame. The spaghetti man. Like, it will never die. AI could get better, sure, but this is on the wall of fame. Yeah, look at his ears. I never even noticed that part. What's with the ears?
slightly off
Dumpling
can
ears.
trigger a lot of discomfort in the human brain. Now you may think that this image was purposely done to creep people out and this phenomenon won't affect your life, but you are wrong, because you can actually trigger it too. How? Well, at first, by neglecting your health and hygiene.
Oh no! You naturally become uncanny valley if you stop bathing and stop taking care of yourself.
Greasy hair, bags under your eyes, cracked lips, and yellow teeth were scientifically proven to make you look a lot creepier.
Bro. Oh no, Chad, are you feeling cold? Are you feeling stinky?
Not exactly,
so before
but
even thinking of talking to a girl, make sure that you are dressed well, smell good, and are properly groomed.
Don't look stinky. What is that beard? Look at that question mark beard. What the
Do that, and the chances of her seeing you as a creep will drop. But will this be enough?
probably not.
Basic hygiene, man. The bar is set low.
The uncanny valley effect doesn't actually stop at uncommon physical appearances. It is also heavily related to ambiguity. I didn't get it the first time I read about it, so let me explain in my own terms.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this dude one more time. The last time, I promise. What do you
That's
think
fine.
is going through his head? Does he like
That's
you?
a fat
Probably
backside right
not.
there.
Does he want to hurt you? Maybe. You don't know for sure what.
Yeah, the expression he's giving doesn't tell his intent. So if anybody makes a face that you cannot clear...
Reading body language and facial expressions and stuff is highly contextual as well. For example, in this scenario, this picture of this man here, he's putting on a weird face. You could reasonably conclude that he's happy, but what is he happy about? Is he happy just to be there? Is he happy to be there with you? Is he about to murder you and cannibalize your body? Who knows? You can't tell just from that picture because I don't have context of what they're there for.
Tell intent, or in some ways it seems like this look, right? He looks menacing, but he's smiling. Yeah. So smiling is usually seen as friendly, but his eyes don't feel friendly.
Yeah, there's a mismatch there.
Like more of
definitely.
a shock to them, right? Or they feel angry. So it's like usually the combination of two emotions that don't fit together.
What his intentions are. And that, my friend, usually freaks out the human brain. Why?
Yep.
Well, this isn't able to prepare the best next move.
It triggers a fight or flight.
Angry, you would have actually found him less creepy. Now here...
Yes, because if you could tell what emotion is happening, you could tell what response to have. But
yeah.
if you can't tell, like, what the emotion is, if you can't read the room, If there's no context clues that lead you to a conclusion, now you don't
Isn't that what I just said? It's a highly contextual thing.
know what to do or how to act.
Here's the bad news. Ambiguity is exactly what most of us do.
Oh man,
Not-
this is crazy.
While talking to girls. For example, well, you may try to smile in order to seem nicer, but when you fake a smile, the muscle around
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so he's right about the muscles around the eyes. Typically, genuine smiles are accompanied by wrinkling around the outer eye. So where the arrows are pointing, you'll generally see wrinkling down there. Do this now. Cover the lower half of the lower half of his face, just so that you can see his eyes, and you'll see nothing. But now, cover his eyes. That's a smile. Now look at it in total. That's a fake smile. The top doesn't match the bottom.
I heard a lot of people said like specifically one of Mr. Beast's like pictures was especially creepy.
your eyes remains the same.
Oh, is this
So
Mr.
you will
Beast?
send her cues of happiness and anxiety.
Yeah, like I said, like the eyes telling a different story than the mouth.
At the same time, and
The
that will
mismatch.
freak her out. To make things even worse, research indicates that women recognize micro expressions and emotional cues even better than men.
Uh-oh.
But there's actually a
If that's actually true, I can think of a good reason for it, and it's rooted in what you could consider feminist agenda and talking points as a matter of self-defense. You'll probably find people who come from abusive households, irrespective of gender, are also very clued up and can read body language and facial expressions very well.
good part. It's pretty easy to remediate
She's gonna see right through you.
this ambiguity once you are aware of it. How? Well, for the smile example, before talking to her, open your
Okay, let's look at the expressions here. Body language. We're just going to go back to so that we can see pretty much the whole picture. Body language. The girl in the blue pants. Is she squinting against the sun? I wouldn't guess so, because if the sun was an issue, surely she'd be wearing her sunglasses, right? The sunglasses would be covering her eyes. So she does not look particularly happy. You can see the tension in her body. She's walking. You can infer from the still that she's walking with a bit of a gait to it. So it's like she's serious, like she's on a warpath kind of deal. You can see the tension in her arms, her legs. She's not sauntering. Let's just put it that way. Her shoulders look a bit stiff, and her expression's not one that is particularly happy. She's not angry, she's not anxious, but she's not happy, you know. And next to it, you can see the other girl. Shoulders are relaxed. There's visibly no tension there, or at least less tension, and she's on the phone using the left side of her brain, which controls logic and doesn't cross hemispheres. So she's talking to somebody she's got to deal with on a somewhat professional level, or at least there's no real relationship with the person to whom she's talking. And yeah, but she looks very much more at ease than the girl in blue pants.
open your phone camera and look at yourself. If your smile seems like too much,
Sometimes you can bring people to water, but they drown themselves in it, you know?
open your phone
Yeah,
camera
that's
and
true.
look at yourself. If your smile seems like too much, dial it back. It was actually revealed that the best smile is a natural smirk that fades. This will help you a lot, but now comes the much more important part. Number 2, behavior. Now, if a certain behavior is creepy or not can be pretty subjective. Fortunately for us, back
That was
What
wild.
is this video? What is this video?
I'm with you there, Rosie.
Like this guy is like his choice of video in the background is something.
certain behavior is creepy or not can be pretty subjective. Fortunately for us, back in
Guys can't do that.
2016, 2 researchers called McAndrew and Conkey wanted to find out what are the universal creepy behaviors. So in order to find out, they asked the 1,341 participants to imagine what a creepy person would behave. These are the main characteristics.
I'm just gonna go back a couple frames because I don't want to go back to it. I actually know a guy who looks like this.
person would behave. These are
For
the
real,
main
I know a guy who
characteristics
looks
they
like that.
describe.
The person stood too close to your friend, okay? So, like, not understanding, like, personal space. The person licked his or her lips frequently. Really? I feel bad, because, like, bro probably just has chapped lips.
Yeah, maybe.
Get chapstick. Get chapstick in a water bottle, I guess. The person laughed at unpredictable times. Okay, so again, like, not being able to read the room or seeming nervous, I bet. The
Yep.
person made it nearly impossible for you to leave. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a red flag.
So they're kind of feeling like the person is yeah, it does kind of sound like a salesman, that last one, right? Like not being able to leave.
So let's take them one by one. First, standing
Rosie's
too
so
close
cute.
to the other person.
No.
Mwah.
Now, when you talk to a girl, it is best to apply the arm's length rule. Basically, at the beginning of the interaction, a safe starting point is about 2 to 3 feet away. But you can't just keep the same distance the whole interaction, so a few moments later, you have to identify how comfortable she is with you. How? Imagine a triangle between your eyes and your lips. If she keeps looking between these points, she's comfortable enough to get closer. But if her gaze stays...
Actually, that is scientifically proven. That's
Is
the
it?
crazy
I've never
thing.
heard of it before.
Some scientists got together, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while, but I think they literally had eye trackers so they could like see like where people tend to look. Like if they like someone, even if it's like a friend. From what I remember, they basically studied like the differences like between a lot of things, like your reaction, like your pulse and stuff like that, like and where your eyes looked when it was somebody you knew, somebody you were attracted to, or somebody who was a stranger, somebody you didn't like, and they were all different.
Away from you, it's better to
I
actually
didn't know that.
increase the distance. Second,
Skyrim.
licking your lips too
Oh my god, brother, chronic lip licking. Oh, bro, that looks so painful. Ow.
frequently.
You
Now,
need
every type of
chapstick.
nervous tick can actually be seen as creepy by...
I do that with my legs. It's not really a nervous tick. Even as I'm sitting down, my legs are moving. I'm sitting here recording this video and I'm moving my legs from like side to side. It's not a nervous tick. It just, I don't know what it is, but I can't not do it.
other people, this one especially. To avoid having these kinds of tics, you actually have to acknowledge them and use the competing response technique. For example, if you click your fingers, you can clasp your hands together. If you shake your leg, press your feet on the ground. Over time, this trains your brain to replace the tic with something less noticeable.
I'll try that
Third,
now.
Laughing at
Feet on the
unpredictable
ground.
times. That's actually a way for your body to relieve stress, but you can avoid that by tensing a muscle group for 5 seconds and then relaxing it for 10 seconds. Fourth, making it hard for others to leave the conversation.
I think the biggest thing is like all of these things can maybe help, right? But I think at the end of the day, it's like try not. This is probably hard to do long term, but I don't think you need to deploy all of this. Like maybe short term, right? Maybe it can help. But like I think at the end of it, it's like a lot of these are being too nervous, right? Like if you're licking your lips like a lot, you're probably very nervous. If you're giggling a lot, you're probably very nervous.
Way for your body to relieve
Yeah.
stress, but you can avoid that
I think this is all the kind of thing that you need to go to therapy for and whatnot.
by tensing a muscle group for 5 seconds and then relaxing it for 10 seconds. Fourth, making it hard for others to leave the conversation. Here's the deal. You, I, and most of the other men out there are very good at misinterpreting a girl's cue. Sometimes it seems like she's genuinely interested in the conversation, but she's just polite. So it's better to use the leave first rule and be the one who
This would also be because like women are taught to be friendly. Like most of the time, women are supposed to be
Update, I'm not moving my legs much anymore.
friendly, socially kind, welcoming, like, you know what I mean?
ends the conversations. This makes you seem socially calibrated, not needy, and even a little bit mysterious. And with this, your chances of being seen as a creep will drop again, but there's still one part that can ruin all the progress you've made.
Oh, no!
Number 3, intentions. Now here things become...
Yep. This is the biggest one. It's bigger than any amount of lipping.
Like
Wow.
lipping?
I'm backwards. Lip licking and anything.
She knows how to construct her words, yeah. She speaks English.
Anything else, right? It's all about your intent.
More problematic when your intentions are to go for the absolute win. What do I mean by that? Imagine if you and I would meet for the first time and I would suddenly try to become your best friend. It's too much, too
Yep. This
Yep.
is the biggest one.
soon, and it would scare you.
Because, like, many people might be a little socially awkward, but if you're well intended, I don't think it's like a problem.
So when you talk to
But if you have other intentions, then what you're like putting on, it feels not good.
her, tame down your intentions a little. Go from, I really want her to like me, to, I just want both of us to have a great time. Of course, you still can and should show that you like her. This can be done by using certain compliments or physical touches, but bro, be careful. When it
Yeah.
comes to physical touches, you can easily screw things up.
Yeah, like you said in Hitch, he said the dance was a good place to break the touch barrier, but you got to be very careful about hand placement. Too high up on her back means I'm not interested, and too low means I just want to grab some ass. You know, so
What?
breaking the touch barrier.
I forgot about this video. Her soul left her body from that ass crack. Jesus. God damn.
Fortunately, there are some researchers that actually drew some heat maps that show you where it is appropriate to touch a girl depending on your relationship with her.
Yeah, no, not the watcher.
Now, even though you've learned how to avoid being seen as a creep, you can still make things weird if you don't know where
Yeah.
to talk to them, how to stand out, how to approach them, and even how to maintain a conversation. Fortunately, you can learn all these things in just 3.
Hang on, what did he say?
If you don't know where to talk
Where to talk to them? Normally, that's just a spontaneous thing. Especially if you're just out in town, you see someone you'd like to get to know or head on or whatever. I know women hate that, but it's like, how else do people meet each other, right?
to them, how to stand out,
How to stand out. I drilled it into myself that a nail that sticks out gets hammered, so I don't stick out.
how to approach them,
How to approach them for me is weird. Thinking about it, if it's normally in like places like shopping centers and whatnot, waiting for the cashier. That's when I do most talking with random people.
and even how to maintain a conversation.
How to maintain a conversation, I can keep it very surface level, but I have a problem going beyond that.
Fortunately, you can learn all these things in just 387 seconds, and all you have to do is click on this video. I got a number!
How to approach any girl using science in what? 387 seconds, so 6.5 minutes about.
I think a lot of these are very true, right? But like I think a lot of it just comes down to like don't be, like try to be well intended. Don't expect anything from anyone or demand it, right?
Yeah.
And if you're nervous, like it happens, but you like try like basically confident people are less likely to be super nervous, right? Like all of these are good
True.
tips, but I feel like the other problem is if you're constantly worried about like what if I lick my lips or what if I move my feet too much and stuff, it's like you're just gonna make it worse. Like you just need to like not overthink it, right?
Yeah, update, I'm moving my legs again. Yeah, knowing these things that she's talked about and the guy, and I suppose Zoomology's talked about is, it could actually send you spiraling into even further problems.
I feel like overthinking it when you already have really bad anxiety or are nervous is like not gonna help. Like,
No, it's not.
what was the title? It's called The Science Behind Being Creepy. Yes, so.
That was a cool video. Yeah, check RosieBellMoo out, check out Zoomology then as well. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.